What's going on, guys? This is Raymond Iron by McKee. And today I want to bring in some quick reminders when it comes to deliberate manifesting. When I say if you feel frustrated or aggravated with, like, you maybe say you're practicing deliberate manifesting, trust me, guys, I've been there many days. Figuring out why it's like when I hear people claim manifesting is actually the simplest thing in the world. And yet, for me, why it seems like some days just seem like it's a mountain to climb. The manifest in itself is not what's getting in the way. It's my own dang self getting in the way. Maybe you hear some of these people talk, or you maybe hear some people say, "Oh, I got some sort of I got an inner block. I got to fix this block in me. Got to go through all these trials and stuff." Just assume you don't have a block in yourself, and just assume that you don't have an inner resistance. Maybe recognize in the moment, but just redirect that focus. Um, Also, when I talk about manifesting, don't overwhelm yourself thinking it needs to show up in a certain period of time. I know some people talk about time crunch. It can work, sure, but uh, sometimes putting a time crunch on things feels a little overwhelming for some people. So I think again, I like to think of deliberate manifesting as a supplemental hobby. It's not like this thing you have to. It's not like this job you have to work on. It's not like you have to give up everything else, make this like your full time job. It's nothing like that. You're manifesting 24/7. You're manifesting every single moment of your life in this moment right now, as you're watching this message. I always like to say when you go to this message, like you're listening to this video, it's no accident you're watching this video right now because you manifested this video relative to your perception, to your inner perception. Subconscious part of you has access to this video, and you tune into this uh, state of your own awareness. So, also, just like when it comes to deliberate manifesting, say for example, you visualize maybe one to visualize a money, for example, money or possessions or whatever. You have no idea how they're going to show up. Um, Things that manifest easily and quickly are what you honestly believe are true. Like for many of us, money comes the easiest, whether we're working at a job, whether we're or anything to do with involving money. Money doesn't have to come from your job. Doesn't always have to come from your job. I've found money. I've found money before on the side of the road without working for it, or just things like that. Many people write off coincident when they find things as coincidental. They just kind of don't focus on that, or it's like they kind of dismiss it. That's where the magic's got. What magic is, guys? Magic's all around us. Things are always there's always magic happening. We're just not aware of it collectively. Um, I'm not aware of what magic's going on around me all the time. I'm I get I get occupied with other things, and I guess I don't put attention on other things sometimes. Uh, but it's when you really become deeply aware of your surroundings, that's when you're going to start to see the magic happen. So yeah, when I talk about deliberate manifesting, it doesn't need to be this scene where it's like you have to grind hard, work hard, not this cult, this where this society kind of drills into our heads. You got to take massive action in order to get what you want, working through, moving through time and space. When really, all time and space only you give life to time and space, guys. When you say something like, "I've been manifesting for a month or so," um, or it's like something like, "I I can't manifest until 2 months is up," or something like that. You give life to time. And a point in a space point, you're giving life to time and space that way. There's nothing outside of you that's controlling you. You give life to time. Things can literally, the only thing that's blocking your manifestation is when you think of time as this thing separate from you, through seemingly separate space, when everything is just a projection of your inner awareness, or projections of aspects of your inner awareness relative to you. So don't overwhelm yourself with like how long something should show up or whatever. Things can literally show up right now, guys. Since time and space only exists within right now. Everything exists now. Since the infinitude of creation is pretty much finished. As the infinitude of creation is finished, we're just selecting states of consciousness, moment by moment. Even when you're walking through physical space and time, you're just moving through states of consciousness. There is no space. There is no separate space or time. You're just moving through states of consciousness. So, and manifesting, when it comes to manifesting, for me, I notice things start to show up when I have clear decisions on what I definitely want to experience. When I try to test things, sometimes I like to just, test it out on. I've tested out my family and some friends, and I've seen some interesting experiences where it's like, that's what I was thinking. But now it comes to like, what do you definitely want to experience? You have to have a clear-cut decision. What do you truly desire? It's decision. To lock into a decision. It's not like saying vain affirmations, repetition of affirmations over and over, like, I'm happily married. I'm happily married. No. It must come down to declaring and to really immerse yourself into a state. Okay. Sorry, guys. I was just talking to my dad. But yeah. It's immersing yourself into a state as often as possible. The naturalness of immersing yourself into a state is a feeling. You don't force a feeling, like you don't have to be overexcited all the time. It's literally just being content within yourself. That's the feeling. The feeling is what manifests experiences. The habitual feeling of contentment, or the habitual content feeling, is what manifests. The manifestation is just a secondary byproduct of the inner experience. But the primary power is the inner experience within you. The inner experience within you projects the outer experience in accordance and in complete accordance to your inner perception. So, I hope this video helps. And just to remind you guys that if you feel like you're frustrated, it feels like you want to give up, like Thomas Edison said, something like 1,000. He failed 1,000 times, and good thing if he, next time, that's when the light bulb was manifested. So yeah, do not cut yourself short. It's okay to feel disappointed. It's okay to step back. But that thing within you, don't let that burn desire within you die out. The desire within you is what expresses, inevitably, in some shape or form, it's going to manifest. Amazing things. Isn't it wonderful that amazing things are about to happen to me? Have that inner feeling of that similar phrase right there. However you want to word an affirmation or visualization, whatever. We're always doing this, guys. We're naturally visualizing and having inner conversations with ourselves that externalize our anonymous, inevitable experiences. Just like the butterfly effect, like the flap of wings of a butterfly causes tornadoes or just causes heavy winds in New York City or just stuff. I don't know what the saying was, but basically, yeah, even on the smallest scale, affects the big scales when everything's relative, guys. When you change your inner world, the outer world must conform to your inner world accordingly and relatively. So, again, I hope this video helps, and I bless you all, and happy manifesting.